A full moon shone softly around our forest, peacefully shining its light. The sky was dark, and it was covered with twinkling stars in the blackness. My family and I are sleeping in our moss beds underneath the calm breeze. My entire body was curled, and my hand rested against my head. The cold air was getting tense, and I feel a chill in my spine. Suddenly, something loud and close nearby crashed. I woke up in alarm, bolting right up and frantically looking around the den. The sound shot out like an explosion, almost giving my heart a jumping start. It sounded very close, and it was coming from outside, not too far away from my home. What on earth could that have been? The sound made my sisters wake up as well, confused and startled. Hey, sister, Monaco yawned, rubbing her yellow eyes with her hand. What was that sound? I took a look outside of the window to find out where the sound came from. Overhead, I saw a trail of black smoke puffing from the other side of the forest. It was not too far away, and it was coming from the lake, the same place where our mother found us. We always hunt for swimmers, fish that humans call them, and bring them here as our food source. My sisters followed suit, curious to wonder where that sound came from. Let's go investigate, I told them. We began to climb down the old airplane by using the overgrown vines all the way down to the ground. They creaked and groaned, but they were able to lead us down. Once we were on the ground, we began to follow the trail of the smoke. The air the air was getting quite smoky when we reached the air the air was getting quite smoky when we reached the bank. By now, we saw a giant crater that crashed down below our feet, near the river's bank. In it was something dark and charred. What is that supposed to be? Monaco asked, leaning down. Where did it come from? Tomika went first, and slowly climbed down the crater and picked it up, carefully inspecting its features. It was glowing a pale pink light, and it was so big it's impossible to carry. She turned it over. The weight of the rock almost weighed a ton. It looks like a rock from the sky. We should probably take it home and see what it looks like, Monaco suggested. She leapt down and carefully scooped up the rock. No way, I refused. We are not bringing it home with us. I mean, what will Mother think? Reka nodded her head, agreeing that the rock is dangerous. We have no choice. We need to show it to our mother. It's the only way to bring it back, Tomika insisted. Sighing, I knew I had no choice but to help Tomika carry the big rock all the way back. I grabbed one end and lifted it up. With all of us supporting the rock, we began to carry it and drag it all the way back to our home and placed it on the pillow. The rock was way heavier than I thought, and my muscles ached with each pull. After I caught my breath, our mother caught us and demanded an explanation. I told her about what happened when we heard the loud crash and discovered the rock near the bank, and we had to drag it up here. Ikioi slithered up to the glowing stone and stared at it for quite some time. That is an interesting stone. But where did it fall from? She says. It came from the sky, Monaco piped up. Whatever that stone is must have come somewhere, said Tomika. Where did it come from and why would it crash on Earth? I'm guessing from space, Monaco guessed. That's ridiculous, I said. We're not sure where that rock came from. Wait, our mother stopped us. If I know it correctly, this rock is sending us a message. I had a dream that a prophecy had come when a star fell on Earth and gave 4 individuals powers. A prophecy? I asked. How could it be? How could it be true? I was never wrong, she said. It is what came for us. Then, Reka noticed something and motioned us to take a look. The stone had a pink crack on it. It was very small, and it was almost the size of a beetle. That crack wasn't on the rock, I concluded. Did it crack when it crashed into Earth? That was not possible. Suddenly, the rock began to shake, causing it to move. We recoiled back in surprise, realizing that the rock is hatching. The crack started to grow and it cracked open completely. We looked away and shielded our eyes from the bright light. Once it settled down, we saw that the rock hatched. Inside that rock appears to be a small creature, almost the size of a human's hand. It had a pair of insect-like wings leading to a pixie haircut, colored and blended like a rainbow. The thing had a pink cloth covering her torso and a little green vine wrapped around the torso to hold it. She was completely white and had small human limbs. The thing stirred and slowly opened her eyes, showing 2 huge purple voids like bug eyes. Wow! Monaco exclaimed with delight. You're a very strange bug. I am a fairy, she said when she regained consciousness. She shook off the feeling before she looked at us. I can't believe I am meeting you guys. You are the ones that I was looking for. Looking for us? I asked, confused. I bent down to get a closer look at the small creature. I found this confusing and strange that I would be talking to a fairy with wings. The giant voids are huge, only saved by the purple sclera on both eyes. Who are you? And why did you fall out of the sky? Just calm down and I will tell you everything, she said. My name is Rinku Mew, and I am searching for the magical warrior guardians to save the galaxy. What galaxy? Tomika asked. We never seen you before, and I don't know what a magical warrior is. I need you all to believe me. Humanity depends on it, she says. Somewhere in the yokai world, an evil lady is capturing humans and yokai and transforming them into mutant monster soldiers, and she is going to destroy humanity. Not only that, but the whole planet. What? Helmika gasped. The yokai world is in danger? Yes, Ren nodded. It is. A long time ago, the yokai lived in peace and harmony somewhere in a different world when she showed up, capturing all the yokai and leading a dystopian universe that would destroy everything in its path. Humanity will go extinct, captured, and turned into mutants by the hour. Nothing will ever survive. How would she do that? Ikioi asked her, worried and concerned. I'm not sure, but I was summoned here to help the girls transform into powerful warriors, she said. The goddess Empress summoned me to come to Earth and help the girls. Does it mean us? I asked. Yes, the fairy nodded. You must be the only ones who can help save the world. But you can't go on without my help. Warriors are needed in this world. I cannot understand what a warrior is, said Monaco. It is a very long story. You have heard about the magical warriors who had been protecting the lands, defending the world from evil, and helping those in need. The yokai goddess needed warriors to defend the universe. That is why I was trained to guide you girls to make you warriors. That is, if you want to help. Really? I gasped. You want us to help you? Yes. We have fewer warriors in our world, and I am here to help you. I am going to give you something that will help save the yokai world. Using her magic, she created 4 heart-shaped brooches and gave it into our hands. Mine was pink, while my sister's had the green, scarlet, and lilac. It felt so cold underneath my skin, and it was so strong I felt my presence absorbing it. What are they? Brooches? I asked, looking down at the sparkling heart. These are your heart crystals, she explained. You might be able to transform into a warrior by saying, "Have heart heroes." Then once you activate them, you'll gain your powers. I was confused at first, staring at the small brooch. Should we touch the brooches in case it works? I was nervous, but I swallowed my courage. I don't know what this all meant, but we shall give it a try. Putting them on our chests, we began to tap them until a bright glow surrounded us. I gasped in shock and felt the magic radiate around my body. All around me, my bodies began to form around with a bright fabric until they started to bloom to life. I felt my body rise up and began to take shape and turn brighter than I expected. When I opened my eyes, I saw that I gained a white ruffled tutu with blue translucent shoulder pads on my shoulders, a blue crop on my chest, and 2 heart-shaped gems on it. On my arms were long sleeves with 2 heart gems on the back of my palms. My hair turned bright blue and held by a ponytail with a tiara on my head. They had the same heart texture of pink around the golden decoration and nestled neatly on top. I looked and saw that my sisters transformed as well. Monaco's hair was tied in a big bun with a tiara on her head. Monaco's hair was tied in a big bun with a tiara on her head and a necklace on her neck. Her loose-fitting dress was green and had white shoulder pads on her shoulders. Tomoko had long sleeves on her lilac dress, and her hair was tied into pigtails with a bow on her head. And finally, Reika had a sleeveless dress and black sleeves, golden bracelets, and a hero haircut with a red flower clip on it. Those dresses look pretty on you, Rinku beamed with happiness. You are exactly the right warriors for the job. I can't believe it, Monko squeaked happily, looking at her newly transformed dress. We look so cute! I really love my hair, Tomoko said, feeling the black locks drift in her side. They look so flashy. We're warriors, I exclaimed happily. Of course you are, Rin smiled. Those magic powers will help you on your journey. Shira, you have the ability to control water. Reika, you can control fire. Tomaka, you can levitate objects with your psychic powers. And Monaco, you can grow life, plants, and many others. Are you sure my daughters are ready to defend the world? My mother asked Rin. I mean, I'm not ready to let them go yet. They will be okay, Ren said. All they need to do is believe in each other when the magic begins. Ikioi looked at us, her snake eyes glistening with worry. Despite her face, I was unsure if she could let us travel across the world, since Ren told the truth after all. The yokai world is in danger, and we need to save it. Girls, she answered, turning to us, it is going to be very dangerous when you head to your journey. You're about to enter a world unknown to our home. You have to be aware of any danger that is gonna lay ahead of you. There will be monsters, humans, and other traps lurking ahead. Don't let the guards capture you. They are going to attack you, capture you, but now this fairy here gave you powers. All you girls need is to use your powers to fight. I have taught you very well, and now it is your turn. Save the yokai world. We nodded and bowed to our mother. This is our first journey together to help the yokai world and stop world domination from the evil woman. So, about the yokai world, I began. Where can we find it? We need to head to the riverside, Rin told us. It should lead us to the yokai world, and I'll accompany you along the way. I nodded, hope filling in. Let's get packing, girls. Grabbing our bags, we started to pack up everything and started to head out the door. It was going to be a very long journey for us, facing challenges and monsters that will await our path. Good luck, girls, said Mother. There are going to be traps lurking ahead. If you need to fight enemies, just use the brooches to transform and fight. We will be back soon, Mother, I called out. I know you will, she said. Together, me and my sisters carefully climbed down the vines and followed Rin through the path. Her twinkling light showed us the way through the forest, flying deeper into the jungle. It was so calm and quiet, not as bustling with energy in the morning. We finally stopped to see a pond in the clearing, along with 4 stones circling around it. In the center of the sparkling pretty water was a giant pink lotus. It was huge, quite huge that it almost looked like a warm, soft bed to sleep in. You never told us there was a giant lotus, said Monaco. That is a lotus, Rin explained. That is a lotus, Rin explained. This will lead us to the yokai world. We'll need to press the stones in order to activate the portal. Can we really go there? I asked. Of course, Rin nodded. Of course, said Rin, nodding her head. All you need to do is press the buttons around these stones. It will know your powers and it'll open the doorway. We have a big journey ahead. I went over to the stone while my sisters went to the others, separately. Looking down, I could see that the button had a symbol on it. It was shaped like a flower, quite beautiful and unique. Carefully, I reached in my hand and pressed it. My sisters did the same as well. The magic around us started to swirl around, and the sparkling dust circled around the lotus flower. The flower opened up and revealed a magical blue portal. Inside the portal, we can see something. The entire world is completely flushed with colorful trees. The sky so fast blue, and the light is flashing with pink, red, and yellow, making it so magical, lifelike. I guess it hadn't been used for years, Rin chuckled. Don't worry, we'll be in the yokai world in no time. Now let's go! She started to fly into the portal. I was completely scared upon entering, but we are prepared. We're off to a new start to save the yokai world and our destiny to bring hope and peace.